Om Sri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. We are in the discussion of Kathopanishad, Prathama Adhyay, Tritiya Valli, mantra number 12. We were discussing that yes, Atma, what is the ultimate destination of human being, that Atma cannot be explained. It is not expressed, it is not possible to be expressed by the word. It is not grasped by the ordinary mind. There is one word. Namo Namo Prabhu Bhakyamanatita Manavachanaikadhar. Mana Vachanena Eka Adhar. Because it is the very substratum of mind. Here, mind means in that verse, Manavachan Nena Eka Adhar. Mind means Mana Buddhi Chitta Ahankar together. Mind, intellect, memory, and sense of individuality. Total. So, how he will be felt? With the subtle intellect. सूक्ष्म बुद्धि के द्वारा आत्मा को अनुभव कर सकते हैं. Who feels? Who understands? सूक्ष्म दर्शिगण. Who can see things, understand, introspect everything else in a very subtle way. How? With their own spiritual practice, guided by the Guru and Shastra. So they earn the ability to see the subtle thing. Clear? Atma is very secret. It is covered by many layers. That is why common man, not you, common man, who has never heard about it, who never tries, not you, because you are the Vedanta practitioner. Don't underestimate yourself. What a yogi does in the jungle, the same thing you are doing at your home, now in the class. The discrimination. Yogi at the time of meditation, he also discriminates, sitting in a same posture. Then what is the difference between you and the yogi? You do that discrimination mainly at the class time, half an hour. But he is a yogi who is in discrimination for 24/7. But the same thing, what you are doing right now, he does the same thing. And he lives a conducive lifestyle that we can't. And not only can't, that we don't want also. We are afraid that we will lose all our sukha samagri. Oh, throughout my life, I have purchased so many things to enjoy. And if I don't do that, who will do bhoga? So आत्मा गोपन है, आत्मा प्रच्छन्न होकर है. इसीलिए साधारण मनुष्य आत्मा को देख नहीं पाते, आत्मा को अनुभव नहीं कर पाते. Say it is true, but partly. In the whole universe, all the creatures, for a subtle time, they can feel it. Even you also. Our intellect is not pure. That is why I can't see the Atma Vastu very clearly. How? See, the yogi, the sadhaka, experience the Atma as a pratyaksha. Everyone in this whole universe, they experience Atma in an aparoksha way. Clear? No, Swamiji, it is not clear. Good. Then I have to explain the word aparoksha. What I can see directly, that is called pratyaksha. What I can't see directly, but I am having an intuitive mind, that is called paroksha, indirect. Like Bhola told me that he will come to me at 7:45 and knocked the door. He knocked the door. And I started asking, Kere Bhola Eli? I have not seen him. I just saw the time and I know his punctuality. Sometimes we see, the fruit is like the mango. Can you tell me the name? So that Anuman and Paroksha. Clear? So suppose there is a place called Antarctica. I have studied or I have read in the book, I have seen the videos. My friend went, he sent me, I saw it. So my direct experience is not there in Antarctica, but indirect experience is there. For Atma, indirect experience is not possible. the direct experience also not possible because Atma is not grasped by the sense organs. That is why Shastra has coined that word aparoksha. Atma is always felt when I wake up. This is the first thought I am. When in the pitch dark, no moon night, I lost myself in a dense forest where I could not see my palm even. Then only, then also, I never felt that I am not. I could not see myself. But I never had that doubt, dilemma, delusion in my mind that I don't exist. So, about my existence, I'm always aware, but not in a very vivid manner, not in a very lucid manner. That is why this is called aparoksha anubhava. Generally, a question can be asked that you can tell me that regarding Atma, indirect experience is not possible. But when my intellect is not that much of subtle, I can hear, I can read from scripture, I can hear from my guru. Atma is all pervasive. Adrishyam, agrahyam, agotram, avarnam. Mundaka Upanishad, first chapter, first uh, Balli, sixth mantra. So I'm getting knowledge. If anyone gives me a chance to give a talk on Atma, I will tell all those. Atma is adreshyam, agrahyam, agotram, avarnam. Atma cannot be seen, Atma cannot be grasped, Atma has no lineage, Atma has no color. I'm having knowledge. Then what kind of knowledge it is? You can't deny that I don't have knowledge about Atma. Swamiji, how many quote you can do regarding Atma? I want to, I'm getting old, so I can memorize all those things. I can give you 50 quotations regarding Atma. See, the thing is, what kind of jnana, knowledge it is. See, if pratyaksha jnana is there, direct knowledge, any sadhaka, he will be liberated from all bondage. and that is called Jivan Mukta Avastha, liberated while living. Jivan Mukti, that sort of liberation while living, is the actual result of self knowledge. But from Shastra, we are knowing about Atma, yet our ignorance is not getting discarded, destroyed totally, and we are not becoming free, liberated. So, what about the knowledge we are gaining and we are very much confident about it? That is not real self knowledge. That is why we are bound to say this is indirect knowledge you are gaining. सो बताया है कि एकदम सूक्ष्म बुद्धि संपन्न थोड़ा थोड़ा कोई कोई लोग आत्मा के बारे में धारणा कर सकते हैं. दे कैन डू सम आइडिया अबाउट आत्मा. सो बुद्धि जिस विषय को धारणा करने के लिए सक्षम सक्षम है, एबल है, उस विषय की सूक्ष्मता और स्थूलता के ऊपर हमारी साधारण बुद्धि की सूक्ष्मता और स्थूलता निर्भर करते हैं. हो सकता है इन द वर्ल्डली लाइफ अ पर्सन इज अ वेरी क्लेवर, वेरी इंटेलिजेंट, एंड विथ हिज शार्प intellect and logic, he always win all the arguments. And we generally tell that that person is having very subtle intellect. But many times we have seen maybe he is a very subtle person in his own subject. He's a wonderful physicist, he's a wonderful chemist, but in other subject he is not that much of subtle because he doesn't practice all other subjects. A very good eye specialist can't treat the heart. A very good civil engineer can't repair his own computer. Who is the best engineer in the whole world? He doesn't know the medical science. In spiritual field, subtle intellect meaning is something different. अध्यात्म विज्ञान में सूक्ष्म बुद्धि का अर्थ है शुद्ध बुद्धि. Please remember, in the spiritual life, subtle intellect means pure intellect. The intellect where there is no extra partial compassion and love, no partial hatred, jealousy, anger. Pure intellect means rag, dvesh, varjita buddhi, where there is no likes and dislikes, always happy. श्री राम कृष्ण को स्कूल में भर्ती किया गया था। उन्होंने बोला, बाप रे, ये गणित मुझसे नहीं होगा। उसमें मेरा मन देने का इच्छा नहीं। Whose whole body, mind, intellect, heart was surrendered unto the holy lotus feet of the God. From that subtle stand, he did not want to come down. That is why they can't understand the other things. If we study Sri Ramakrishna's life, we will see he was curious in every subject. His curiosity was just endless. He many a times used to ask a lot of questions about worldly things. If you ever study that Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, you can understand. A lot of things, जगत के विषय में बहुत सारे चीज उन्होंने पूछते थे. He went to see the circus. He went to Asiatic Society. He had the curiosity like a child. Ramakrishna asked one day one doctor that how do you see that very subtle thing with the machine, what we can't see through our naked eyes? And he asked, can you show me? And the doctor set his microscope and told, Master, please see it. So Ramakrishna went, and suddenly he went into trance. He told, after that, he told, my mind is in such a subtle thing. I tried, believe me, but I could not pull down my mind and I could not see. Where did you see? Where did you get it, Swamiji? The divine play of Sri Ramakrishna, second part, Guru Bhav. 1393 edition, page number 148. मन इतना ऊपर में था कि मन को he could not pull down. जितना भी सूक्ष्म वस्तु हो माइक्रोस्कोप से देखने के लिए, उतना तक भी वो अपने मन को नहीं ला पा रहा है. I think you can understand what is the actual difference between the subtlety I am talking about and the scientific subtlety which can be seen through microscope. That is also sthula, gross. यंत्र के साथ जो सूक्ष्म वस्तु हम लोग देखते हैं, उस स्थूल का ही भग्न अंश है, isn't it? स्थूल उनका उपादान है, और सूक्ष्म मतलब वही उपादान इन अ पार्शियल वे। लेकिन आत्मा के साथ इनका तुलना नहीं हो सकता है। अगर तुम बोलो कि सूक्ष्मतम, द सटलेस्ट आत्मा से ये जगत की उत्पत्ति हुआ है, कैसे? आत्मा से आकाश, आकाश से ये पूरा भूत, ये पंचभूत से जगत की उत्पत्ति हुआ है। तो सूक्ष्म उपादान से ही स्थूल जगत की उत्पत्ति हुआ है। ये कैसे आप व्याख्यान करेंगे? इसका उत्तर यही है कि वेदांत की दृष्टि में स्थूल होने का मतलब कुछ दूसरा है। आरंभ करना होगा इसी जगत से। सपोज ये जगत हमारे पंच इंद्रिय ग्राह्य वस्तु, उनको विचार करते करते उसकी कारण में हम लोग पहुंचते हैं, जो अंतिम अवस्था है जिससे इस जगत की उत्पत्ति हुआ है, जो सारे इंद्रिय की अतीत है, उसे हम लोग सूक्ष्म बोल रहे हैं। इफ वी मैग्निफाई इट, आप जितना भी मैग्निफाई करो, फिर भी सूक्ष्म कभी स्थूल नहीं होता। जितना भी पावरफुल माइक्रोस्कोप तुम आविष्कार करो, जब तक कोई वस्तु अपने सीमा के अंदर है, तब तक वो वस्तु स्थूल वस्तु है। हो सकता है इट इज अ सेल, हो सकता है इट इज अ न्यूट्रॉन, हो सकता है इट इज अ प्रोटॉन। टिल इट इज अंडर अ लिमिटेशन, इट इज स्थूल, ग्रॉस। इसीलिए जितना भी शक्तिशाली माइक्रोस्कोप तुम आविष्कार करो, जब तक कोई वस्तु अपनी सीमा के अंदर है, तब तक ये समझना चाहिए कि वो स्थूल वस्तु है। लौकिक दृष्टि में हो सकता है ये बहुत ही सूक्ष्म है ना, प्रोटॉन, न्यूट्रॉन, जीन, डीएनए, वेरी सूक्ष्म वस्तु। ऐसा कभी कोई माइक्रोस्कोप आविष्कर्ता बताया नहीं कि मेरा माइक्रोस्कोप में ऐसी शक्ति है जो इंद्रिय की अतीत जो है उसे केंद्रित हो सकता है। शास्त्र की ये सूक्ष्मता की जो आभास है, ये शुद्धता की समार्थक है। जो मन राग और द्वेष से मुक्त है, वही शुद्ध मौन मन है। क्लियर? जो मन राग और द्वेष से मुक्त है, वही शुद्ध मौन है। तो स्थूल और सूक्ष्म के बीच पार्थक्य क्या है? अगर ये हमें ना पता चले तो गलतफहमी हो सकता है। हम लोग प्रैक्टिस करते करते मन को और तीक्ष्ण बना सकते हैं। वी कैन शार्प आवर माइंड मोर एंड मोर एंड मोर। और सूक्ष्म और सटल, मतलब वस्तु की अंदर में प्रवेश करने का सामर्थ्य बढ़ा सकता हूं। ऐसे करके हम लोग फिलॉसफी, दर्शन, वेदांत, विज्ञान सब कुछ पढ़ सकते हैं। ये मन की एक सामर्थ्य है। लेकिन मन की शुद्धिकरण, purification of mind is something different. If you want to purify your mind, you have to make your mind likes and dislikes free. Agar if you want to shine in the worldly matter, in the worldly subject, तब मन की शुद्धता की इतना जरूरत नहीं होता है। लेकिन आत्मज्ञान के लिए राग द्वेष शून्य होना ही पड़ेगा। राग द्वेष शून्य शुद्ध मन ही एकमात्र अवलंबन है। भगवान श्री कृष्ण भगवत गीता की सेकेंड चैप्टर 64 नंबर श्लोक में एक ही चीज बोल रहा है। राग द्वेष वियुक्तैस्तु विषयान इंद्रियैश्चरन् आत्मवश्यैर्विधे आत्मा प्रसादम अधिगच्छति। क्लियर? जो अपने मन की प्रभु है, वो अनुराग और विद्वेष, लाइक्स एंड डिसलाइक्स से विमुक्त है, आत्मवशीभूत है। इंद्रिय ग्राम के द्वारा अनासक्त रूप में विषय को ग्रहण करते हैं, और ऐसे करके वो आत्म प्रसाद ग्रहण करते हैं। हम लोग प्रसाद के लिए तरसते हैं और वो व्यक्ति आत्म प्रसाद लाभ करते हैं, मतलब चित्त की साम्य भाव रक्षा करते हैं, और वो व्यक्ति राग देश से मुक्त हो जाते हैं। शुद्ध एकाग्र बुद्धि जो राग द्वेष से मुक्त है, उसे ही दृश्यया तू अग्रया बुद्धि। अग्रया बुद्धि मतलब राग द्वेष मुक्त शुद्ध एकाग्र बुद्धि। और ऐसे शुद्ध बुद्धि संपन्न व्यक्ति ही सूक्ष्मदर्शी है, और वही व्यक्ति आत्मज्ञान लाभ करने की अधिकारी है। अगर बुद्धि शुद्ध और एकाग्र ना हो तो सूक्ष्म आत्म तत्व के बारे में हम लोग धारणा नहीं कर पाए। इसलिए इन द नेक्स्ट मंत्र उपनिषद हैज टोल्ड how we can make our mind subtle. So, in a gist, if if you tell me that Swamiji, in last 2 days you are teaching us this 12th mantra, Esha Sarveshu Bhuteshu Gudha Na Prakashate Drishyate Tu Agraya Buddhya Sukshmaya Sukshmadarshiphi. Can you tell the gist of it? Yes. The self realization, according to Vedanta, is not a mere experience of the true nature of our divinity alone. To rediscover ourselves to be none other than God is not in itself a full realization accepted by the Shastras. No Mahatma's work is ended unless he could feel a perfect oneness with all in his own self. If he were to realize himself to be God and all others as warm men, his realization is faulty and absurd. The pot space, in getting rid of its false ideas of identity with the pot, shall realize at once its oneness with the entire universal space. Similarly, when a seeker, through patience and constant practices, rids himself of his ego and the ego bound identification with this body, mind, and intellect, he will realize that the sum total whole is truth alone, which I am, which I am. So, in short, Pratyag Atma, Brahmaikya Jnanam, the knowledge of the oneness of the innermost self with the total self, is the process of the path of knowledge. This is amply made self evident in this mantra. In the previous mantra, we had a discussion of the world of sense organs, the world of the sense objects, the world of the mind, the intellect, the total mind, and of the unmanifest. And before the mantra concluded its declarations, it also indicated the supreme factor, the Purusha in this mantra, which immediately follows the previous one. We have the discussion of the secret, secret self, Prachannatma, that lies concealed in all beings. The idea implied therein is obviously the oneness of the inner individual self and the outer total self. Atma is hidden in all beings. Atma, the very self of the individual, can never be hidden from us. And yet, under the veil of ignorance and the thick wall of negativities and delusions, the Atma, self, seems to be hidden from our egocentric instruments of cognitions, feelings, and understandings, such as the sense organs, the mind, and the intellect. The self is only as much hidden from us because of our delusion and the delusion created ego, as the rope is hidden from us because of our mental delusions and the delusion created serpent on rope. Just as only those who can approach the serpent in the dark with a peaceful mind, in a spirit of inquiry and self discovery, can rediscover the rope. Likewise, only a seeker of truth, whose mind has come down from its agitations for sense indulgences, and who therefore can approach the great mission of life in a spirit of inquiry and self discovery, can come to discover the Atma Tattva, the source of all life, as himself. Harihi Om Tat Sat.